What's up, people? It's Dave with Dave's Dirty Tank coming at you. The lights just came on in my tank. Wanted to show I was talking about the Bomani showing great coloration. It's really fired up. Going on pretty good. But anyways, this video I'm coming to you, I'm talking to you about a dirted substrate. I told you guys I'd make a video about how to do your dirted substrate. The way I do my dirted substrate is I use an organic potting soil mix with no pesticide, no chemicals, no fertilizer, 100% organic. Doesn't have any of that perlite or miculite in it either. Once you get all that going, what you need to do is you need to take your dirt and you need to get it real wet. You want to make it kind of like a pudding consistency. Definitely make sure that you soak it, and then you want to add 1 cup of crushed coral to your dirt for a 55 gallon. This is what I'm telling you for a 55. You want to add 1 cup of crushed coral and 2 cups of busted clay pots or red clay. However, you need to put some kind of clay or iron base into your dirted substrate. Plants really thrive off of it and it helps them out a lot. After you got that mixture all completely down and everything soaked, mixed in real well, you're going to take the dirt and you're going to lay it across the bottom of your tank. You want it 1 inch thick. Now what we got to do is we got to cap it. There's several things you can use for a cap. You can use regular place sand for like a sandbox, pool filtration sand, anything from the pet store, for aquarium substrate, a little bit of a gravel-like type. You don't want something real big and real coarse. A little smaller it is, the easier it is for the roots to penetrate through the gravel, pretty much I've noticed. Like what I've got going over here on the pool filtration sand, these plants are just growing like nuts. And then over here I got like a pea gravel. It's a little bit smaller than a pea gravel, but the plants don't grow very well through the peat gravel. Same with the Madagascar lace leaf. Yeah, it's kind of rough, but it's coming along. So after you got your tank capped, then what you need to do is you need to fill it. The way I filled my tank is I stuck a plate right here in the middle of the tank and slowly filled it up so it didn't stir the bottom or agitate anything across the bottom of the water. Filled it up, drained it, did that 6 times. Filled it up, drained it 6 times. After that, I filled it up halfway, installed a lot of my plants. It was easier to install plants when it was halfway full. Had all my hardscape into it. Then I filled it all the way up. I did not add any fish because there's so many nutrients and nitrates and stuff that's going on. Tank's not balanced, so I had to let it cycle. I let it cycle for 4 weeks before I added fish. If you have somebody that has a fish tank that's got a canister filter with some good bacteria in it, and you're just freshly starting up an aquarium, I recommend to see if they'll let you have some of that bacteria from their canister filter to get going in your tank, because that's good bacteria. It helps get your tank cycled and balanced a lot faster. I'm going to show you what I use up here in my filters. It's a little thing that I kind of made myself. It's a little DIY system. But filtration, you want to leave your plants up to most of the filtration. You want them to do most of the work. Basically, the hang-on back Whisper is what I use. It's got the bio wheels. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to show you how I got it set up in here. If you can look, I use kind of like a porcelain, clay kind of type material as a biomedium to help the good bacteria be able to grow on. On the back side here, it's kind of hard to see where I'm pointing at. That's right on this little strip right here. Is basically a sponge. That's all it is to kind of filter out the bigger particles and smaller particles out of the water to help make the clarity. I do dose my tank. I dose my tank with Seed Chem. I dose it once a week, and that just kind of helps with the nutrients and stuff. I do have CO2 running in it, but like I said again, this video was about dirted substrate. I'm kind of rambling and going on with things. But after you got your cap and all that set up and things are cycling, about after 4 to 5 weeks, your tank should start coming to somewhat of a balance. Sometimes tanks take longer. Everybody's tank is different. Everybody's different. If you got something that's working for you, stick to it. If it's working, stick to it. Something else I wanted to point out is that a Pongeton Ovalis or whatever it was, when I got it, it was real brown. About 4 days later, it's really starting to green up, and it's throwing out a bunch of new runners and everything. It's going pretty good. If you have any comments, feel free to type them down below. If you like what I got going on, please like and subscribe. I'm going to keep making more videos. I'm going to do a video next on the DIY lighting of how I did it, made it cheap. My lighting, I got a total of $25 spent into it, but that'll be in the next video. Alright guys, this is Dave with Dave's Dirty Tank. Tank on.